Hey there, bookkeeping family. How are you guys doing today? This is Morgan Tapp with Papillon House Bookkeeping, here to talk to you about a personal favorite as a topic. How do we manage our business while also staying sane? Do you know? Sometimes I don't think I do either, but we're going to talk about it. All right? Because the dream of every entrepreneur is to have a successful business and then also be able to spend time with their family, go on vacation whenever they want, and still love life. So, you actually can have both, guys. I know it's crazy. It may not always happen all at once, but with some hard work, dedication, and careful planning and strategy, you can achieve it. I'm sorry, it's super bright in here today. I feel like nobody can see me. Well, I'm here. Um, Before we jump into the strategy, let's acknowledge the struggle, right? We are working our butts off to grow our businesses. We sacrifice soccer games and ballet practice or baseball. My kids love to ride horses. We're horse people, and sometimes I'm bringing my laptop to the barn. And it's hard because they're like, Mom, 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 look at me. And you love them and you're doing all of this work for them and you can't even enjoy your life with them. It's terrible. But there is hope because if you can learn to delegate, I'm going to let that sink in for a second. Delegate. It's hard. It's really hard. And let's be honest, we're controlling and we're a little OCD. We want everything done exactly our way. And that makes delegation really hard. That control of letting go of your baby, of your business, is anxiety provoking. However, once you reach a certain spot, you can no longer do everything. Have you ever heard the phrase, jack of all trades, master of none? Well, that's because if you try to do everything, there's another phrase. I don't know, it's less common, but we say it all the time in our household. One thing great, two things good, three things average. When you get to four or more, you start to fall apart. You cannot do everything. No man is an island. You have to have a team. And of course, for me, it's bookkeeping, right? So, the hero of financial management is a bookkeeper, right? We ensure that your financial records are organized. We help you make informed decisions about your financial growth. We take bookkeeping, when you let bookkeeping go off your plate, yes, I'm smacking my desk. When you put that on someone else, a professional, okay? I'm not talking about your office manager. I love office managers. They're the people I work with the most in a company. They are my right hand women and men, mostly women. But they're doing everything for you. They're scheduling and talking to clients and helping with emails and grabbing your coffee. And they're not fully trained bookkeepers. They are not professional bookkeepers, certified, who do it every single day. It's all they do. Okay. I'm talking to you, attorneys. I'm talking to you, architects. If you do design all day long or you do case strategy all day long, contracts and discovery, or design and lab strategies, you're not doing bookkeeping all day. And then you try to do it. Or what if your office manager, like your subcontractor or your paralegal, called in sick and you're like, hey, office manager, can you come do this? You're probably laughing at me right now because it sounds crazy. Well, to me, it sounds crazy to have them do your books. This is your money, people. It's your money. If you don't look at your money, you can't figure out how to grow. So don't give that to your office manager. Okay, side rant over. Back to the topic at hand. So, when you give your books to a professional bookkeeper who dials in, first off, they care about your business, they care about you wanting to grow if it's a good company. Hint, hint, our company cares. if they care about your growth and your family. Like we know our clients' kids' names. But anyways, um they're going to dive in, categorize every single expense where it's supposed to be. And if they don't know, they're going to ask you, hint, hint, and they're going to do it as good or better than you. And I say as good or better because nobody knows how you're spending the way you do. However, you probably don't know the software as good as we do. That's where the as good or better comes from. I just want to be fair because everyone gets all heated up on social media. Nobody wants to be offended or offend anyone, me included. So I'm going to qualify some things so I don't bug anybody. Um, anyways, back on track. So when you delegate your books to a professional bookkeeper, you are going to breathe a sigh of relief. This weight on your chest is just going to poof be lifted for multiple reasons. Okay. Number one, I'm going to take time off your plate. That's great. Honestly, I don't even count that as much because you're an entrepreneur. If I give you back 5 hours, you're going to fill those 5 hours. The only way you're going to take those 5 hours and go spend them with your kids or your family or golf or whatever is if you don't feel stressed, if you don't feel anxiety, and if you feel supported. All right. So I'm not even going to talk about the fact that I'm going to give you back 5 hours at least in your week. Okay. What's going to help you is that you're going to know where your money is coming from and where it's going. Because when we categorize everything and dig in, and like we're going to ask you a question if we have it, so you're never going to just wonder if stuff's getting done or not. And then we slap those reports on your desk month after month after month with comparables that say you spent more or less here or there every single month, you are going to know exactly how your business is trending. That's where you feel less stressed. That's where you have less anxiety. And that's where you take those 5 hours and you either spend them growing your company to the next level, like you've been trying to do for the last year, or you go spend time doing things that you want, like soccer and baseball. And for me, horseback riding with your kids or golf. I had one client be like, "Oh my gosh, I've never played golf so much." I'm like, "Good for you." I'm glad you're on what is the field, the green. I'm sorry, I don't play golf. Please don't hate me. So let's talk about some things that we do, right? How else can you balance your work life and your home life? How can you increase your income generating activities while also maintaining your sanity and your personal life? Okay. So I ranted about bookkeeping. Now let's just do general life health, mental health tips, right? So first things first, you're going to want to set some clear goals. Okay. If you're like, 1 week you want this and 1 week you want that, and you never have a clear path or a clear goal in mind, you're never going to feel calm. It's all about the anxiety, okay? You want to define achievable business objectives, and then you want to set deadlines. Yeah, you want that next year deadline that is by January, I want XYZ, but then you have to back it up. 6 months, 3 months, 1 month. What can you do next week and what can you do tomorrow? Yes, I know that stinks, but that is the only way you are going to feel like you have an actionable path forward, okay? You also need to prioritize self-care. You want to set aside time for the activities that make you feel happy, the things that rejuvenate you, okay? Exercise, hobbies, whether it's simply unwinding. If TikTok is your thing, go spend 30 minutes on TikTok, okay? Nobody's going to judge you over here. Now, that's where it gets tricky because everyone says, well, set aside some time. I can't. My time is everywhere, okay? For me, I love to go to the gym, okay? I hate getting up early. I hate it. I don't want to. I would rather stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning and sleep until 10 than stay up until 11 or go to bed at 11 and get up at 6. However, I have to get up at 6:30 for my kids to go to school. So instead, I set the alarm for 6. 30 minutes. That's all I get. The coffee is set. It is ready to go and waiting for me down in the kitchen by 6 o'clock. I grab my cup of coffee. I have a gym in my garage. I go work out. Usually it's 20 minutes. Am I doing some crazy powerlifting, whatever crazy stuff? No, no. But it makes me feel like I've done something other than sit in the chair all day. So that's what I've done. And 30 minutes is nothing, okay? You want to set boundaries. All right. Everyone has a hard time setting boundaries because the job owns us. But you need to. You need to talk about these boundaries to your colleagues, to your family, get some uninterrupted moments for both work and relaxation. We are all working from home now, guys. I don't know about you, but COVID had some really awesome things that came about. I know it was terrible, but I mean, we all work from home. Now it's no longer taboo if the dog barks or a kid comes running in because we're all so used to it, we don't care anymore. However, the downside to that is like, let's be honest, the kids can think they can come in whenever they want, or the phone rings all the time and nobody cares anymore because everybody knows that everyone is working at home. So you need clear, definable boundaries. Tell the kids, tell your spouse or your colleague, or have those uncomfortable conversations that are, this is what I need. Can you help me? All right. Can you help me achieve this? And I can guarantee you, you guys all have loving families and great colleagues. You're going to have support there. You want to plan and prioritize. You cannot do everything. When you make these plans, set aside your top 3 goals and then knock them out one by one. Once you're done with that list, make a new list. I know it stinks, but that's how your brains work. Your brain is a computer, okay? If you have all the tabs open in your brain, you can't think straight. That's why you lose words, that's why you forget things, that's why you have things on the tip of your tongue. It's because you have too many tabs open in your brain. Okay? I could go into it forever. I'm not going to because this is a short video where we get to hang out. So, you need to unplug regularly, all right? You need to set down the phone, go outside, go for a 5-minute walk. When you feel like there's science behind all of this, go ahead, fact check me. When you feel like you are overwhelmed, if you get up, go outside, and literally walk for 5 minutes, the action of the circulation in your body from walking will slow down your anxiety and slow down your head and make you feel less overwhelmed. So go take a 5-minute walk, not pacing the office, like literally walk outside. If you are working from home, walk down the sidewalk. If you are working in an office, go walk around the building. Go walk across the parking lot to a side you've never seen so it feels brand new, and then walk back. Literally just go for a walk. Another really important key that's very helpful is time blocking. Again, it's very hard, but if you don't like a planner, if you're not that type of person, then plan in your head, I'm going to get up, I'm going to do these things first every day. We had a client who very much so struggled with emails. The emails come from like 3 different places. And we literally they said, well, I like to get into work early before the office hours actually open so that I can have time to organize. And we were like, oh my goodness, that's great. Can you also do emails during that time? Because if you spend 30 minutes a day organizing the emails or responding, that's going to start chipping away at that overwhelmingly large amount of emails that come through. So time block. You want to, we talk about auditing your books regularly. You want to reflect and adjust regularly so that you can, The worst thing you can do is get stuck in the rut. You want to take your list, you want to take your goals and constantly reevaluate them in a way that is constructive, not like an OCD workaholic way. You want to look at it and go, okay, here's my goal. What's working for it and what's not working for it. Course correct, right? Rome wasn't built in a day. We stair step up. It's not a straight shot, y'all. And then, of course, delegate, outsource. Is there anything you're doing, even if it's not perfect, that someone else can do? If you're doing 6 things not well, even though you could do it better than everyone else if you had all the time to devote to it, the facts are you don't. So delegating 1 or 2 of those tasks to someone else that even still may not do as good of a job as you, but the job is getting done better than what you are currently able to do because you don't have time to devote to everything. That's how you delegate. That's how you let go of some of those OCD, A-type personality control issues. And I am, again, guys, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but we are all entrepreneurs. You cannot be an entrepreneur without being a little OCD, a little A-type, a little controlling, because that's what it takes to have the drive to get to the end goal. If we didn't have those qualities, we would not be where we are today. And yeah, I include myself in that, okay? But delegating your stuff to professionals that are qualified in their fields to handle some of those things that you need done just as good as you, bookkeeping. I am going to do a better job bookkeeping, probably, there's my qualifier, than you. And I like hate saying that because I don't like offending people, especially when you know your business better than anyone. But like, I couldn't do your job, okay? I'm better at my job. And that's why we're a great team, okay? We work together. So you have to delegate some of those tasks to other professionals, all right? Oh, that was stressful. But I want everybody to be happy and healthy. I want you guys to balance your work and your home life. I want you guys to have a personal life. So team up. Let's get together. Let's attack these problems and solve them so that you can get some of your life back and not feel chained to the chair. All right. I hope this has been helpful and entertaining. Um, Once again, my name is Morgan Tapp with Papillon House Bookkeeping. And if you guys have any questions, you can DM me, you can comment, you can email me, morgan@papillon.house. You can check out our website so if you have any more questions, papillon.house. We're pretty consistent over here. We try to make it as easy as possible. If you have anything else you want to contribute, any tips or tricks you've learned along the way, drop them in the comments. If there's something I haven't thought of, I'm an entrepreneur too, so I would love any tips you guys have. If you've tried some things and you don't like what I've said, let me know that too. I have thick skin. We're on the internet. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I look forward to talking to you. Until next time, bye.